of divorce on health and well-being. Less money and lower income, less prestigious jobs, greater unemployment rates, less time for children, no strong family bonds. As adults, there is a greater challenge in building satisfying family life, less likely to be married and more likely to be divorced, less social capital, more sickness, less health, lowered mental and emotional health, less education, more likely to be out of school and work. Divorced men are more likely to pick up problems with alcohol and smoking. Lifespan is shown to be shorter for divorced individuals. Suicide rates are high among divorced men in their 30s and 40s.
Enter First Things First.
And we're back. Woo! Katie and Mrs. Dr. Phil, and we're talking a little more about how the cruise's problems got fixed through First Things First. So, I understand that you came to Mrs. Dr. Phil. So, what was it you first did for them?
Well, I first just do kind of a pre-assessment, and they fill out some forms for us about the problems they're having in their marriages, and even the consequences that have stemmed from that, whether it's anxiety or problems with the baby. And I look at that assessment and then decide what would be best for them. And after going through their case study and all the different things, I decided I picked a specific family therapist that I thought would work best for them, and he works he does art therapy with couples. His name is Dr. Jeff Morton.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah,
Jeff Morton's very good.
He's a great therapist in the area for married couples, and does a lot of art therapy, which I thought was good for them coming from the profession.
Did that work for you guys?
Lifestyle.
It really worked out for us.
That's great. That's great. Good. That is so good. So how is the vision of First Things First kind of embodied in what happened with you guys and with Dr. Jeff Morton, and did it really did First Things First really come through for you guys, what they were trying to do?
Well, I think after we got there and started talking about the issues, started working out some stuff and some latent things that we hadn't actually talked about. I think just talking about them was good, and then working with Dr. Morton, he really fleshed out some issues with between Katie and I, things about Surrey, and just some controversial issues that we really hadn't felt we needed to talk about. But then the art and just the drawing and everything just kind of fleshed it out.
Okay.
It was really spiritually lifting.
Yeah. And so we understand that you are a Scientologist, so you just be quiet. But Mrs. Dr. Phil, we understand that you are a Christian.
I am.
And so how does First Things First fit into your Christian worldview? And do you feel like Christ is really part of culture through First Things First? What's your opinion on that?
Well, First Things First is not directly a Christian organization, but I came to work there because they really do work hands-on with the churches and work very intertwined with the churches in the area. And we talk to the pastors about premarital counseling and helping our families that come to us for help, trying to get them involved with the different churches. But we also feel that with First Things First, that God intended for couples, a man and a woman, to come together and have healthy, lifelong relationships. And we like to restore those so that there is a healthy man in the family that takes care of his wife and loves his wife as Christ loves the church, and is there to be a support for the family and for his children.
That is great.
So we're trying to incorporate Christ into culture, and we are doing that through programs like First Things First.
That sounds like it. Well, this has been a great show, and thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you next week.